Hello everyone. In this particular video, we will try to solve the numericals of chapter 7 motion. So without wasting time, let's get started. So let's quickly revise some important formulas to solve the numericals. As you can see, the first formula is of a speed. We know that speed is nothing but the distance traveled in a particular unit time. Basically, distance by time will be your speed. Has a unit, SI unit of speed is meter per second. Okay, when there are changes in speed, we will find average speed, and that average speed has a formula of total distance upon total time. Okay, you will just add up all the distances divided by whatever the total time you have taken to complete all those distances. Okay, the SI unit is also of same meter per second. Okay, speed is, that is distance per unit time. You can also write in terms of V is equals to S by T. Here V is your speed, S distance, and T is the time. Similarly, a third formula is of velocity, which is nothing but displacement upon time. Okay, here we will talk about the shortest distance between initial and final points, that is displacement, and the time taken to reach or to complete that particular journey. It is also a unit, SI unit, meter per second. To find average velocity, we have a very unique formula, which is initial velocity plus final velocity upon 2. Clear? That also you can write in terms of u plus v by 2, which is average velocity. Another important formula is of our acceleration. Whenever we say that if there is any change in velocity and with respect to time, if you observe the change in velocity, basically that is the change in velocity per unit time is your acceleration. You can remember the formula A is equals to v minus u by t. V means final velocity, u means initial velocity. Final velocity minus initial velocity upon time taken. Another important formula is, okay, now there is some important formulas regarding equation of motion, but you can apply these three equations of motion only when the acceleration is constant. Clear? Whenever the acceleration is constant, only then you can apply these three formulas. The reason is also simple, that these three formulas or equations are derived by making the acceleration constant. That's why we have to take acceleration constant, only then we can apply these three formulas. First is v is equals to u plus at, s is equals to ut plus half at square, and 2as is equals to v square minus u square. We will use a particular formula, will depend on the numerical values that are given in the particular question. Clear? Here a is the constant acceleration, t is time interval, u means initial velocity, v final velocity, and s can be distance or displacement, will depend upon the path of a motion. Okay. Coming to the next important formula, that is uniform circular motion. Whenever an object is moving like this in a circular motion with a constant speed, but direction is changing. Okay. So that velocity, how I will calculate the velocity? As we can say that the speed we can measure. Clear? Speed was distance by time. If I want to calculate the speed, which is constant, but what is the value or magnitude of that speed? So speed v is equals to distance upon time. If an object starts from here and complete one rotation, basically the distance will be, or the distance will become the circumference of the circle. And what is the formula for circumference of circle? 2 pi, radius is r, then 2 pi r. Distance becomes circumference, formula 2 pi r. And the time taken is to complete that one rotation, circle, complete one revolution, that is t. V is equals to 2 pi r by t. That's how you can relate the formulas. Okay, one important question formed from these graphs. For example, if you have a vt graph, velocity in the y-axis, time in the x-axis. There might be some different types of graph, but whenever it is told or it is asked to find the acceleration from the graph, what are the things you have to keep in mind is, you will calculate the slope. What is slope? Slope is nothing but the line, or what is the angle between the x-axis and the line. Basically, it is the ratio of change in y-axis or change in the physical quantity of y components and change in physical quantity of x components. Here in y we have velocity, here in x-axis we have time. So change in velocity upon change in time, that will be your slope. And that change in velocity upon time is nothing but your acceleration. We have just discussed change in velocity upon time. Okay. So if it is asked to find the slope, basically you are finding the acceleration. If it is asked to find the acceleration, you will find the slope. The slope will itself be nothing but the acceleration. Okay. If it is asked to find the area, or if it is asked to find the displacement, what you will do? You will calculate the area first. Basically you will multiply these two, velocity and time. Okay. Whenever you will multiply velocity and time, you will get displacement. Why? Because velocity is equals to displacement upon time. If you will make displacement subject, you will get velocity into time. Basically, whenever you find area, you multiply this component with this component, velocity into time, so displacement. So these are the important formulas that we will use to solve the exercise and in-text question of this chapter. Okay, so you can write all these formulas, or you can take a screenshot so that it can be useful for you also to solve the question by yourself. Now I won't write the question. Question will be displayed on the screen. We will just start the writing the answers. Okay, so you will try to solve. What you will do is, you will first try to read the question. You will try to understand the question. You will write what is given in the question. What are the quantities that are given? What you have to find out, and which formula you will use. These are the things you have to keep in mind, or try to think before starting the solution. Okay, then after you can start the video and see the solution. Okay, that will be useful for you. Okay, so if you read the question carefully, what is given in the question? That there is a square field, I think. Yes, there is a square field, and to complete 10 meter from here to here, suppose this is the initial point, it will take 40 seconds. What will be the displacement after 2 minutes and 20 seconds? That we need to calculate. For example, if you are starting from here, after 40 seconds you will be here, you will complete 10 meter. After 80 seconds you will be here completing 20 meter. After 30 seconds you will be here somewhere completing 40 meter. Sorry, 4. So basically 2 minutes and 20 seconds. The time is 2 minutes and 20 seconds. If I want to convert this minute into second, what I will do? 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. Multiply 60 plus 20 is in second only. 120 seconds plus 20 seconds, I will get 140 seconds. तो क्या कैलकुलेट करना है कि भाई इतने सेकंड के बाद पहले तो ऑब्जेक्ट कहाँ होगा. Let's see, 40, or you can say time. 40 seconds, 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12, 4 4s are 16. So after completing 140 seconds, the person can be here somewhere. Why? After completing 40 seconds, he is here. After completing 80 seconds, he is here. After completing 120 seconds, he is here. And if you will return back, it will be 160 seconds. We have to calculate for 140. 120, 160 के बीच में आएगा यहीं कहीं 140 seconds. Now how will you calculate the displacement? This particular initial point and final point will be your displacement. Total distance is 10 meter. So how will you calculate the displacement? Displacement is nothing but the shortest distance between initial point and final point. That is, this is the initial point, this is the final point. Total is 10 meter, half will be 5 meter. So displacement is 5 meter. As you can see in this particular question, we have given initial velocity 80 km per hour. Final velocity will be 60 km per hour, and it takes 5 seconds. Okay, basically the velocity is decreasing. So what do you think? The acceleration would be positive or negative? Let's see. Now, before starting the solution, as you can see the units, the velocity is in kilometer per hour and the time is in second. So what we will do? We will try to convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second, so that we will get acceleration in meter per second square. So how I will start the answer? I will first convert this, or we can directly use the formula V A is equals to V minus U by T, as we need to find the acceleration. Now what I will do is, velocity, final velocity is 60, initial velocity is 80. Okay, and time is 5 seconds. But this is in kilometer per hour and this is in second. So if I multiply each, or if I multiply this with 5 by 18, I will get the answer in meter per second only. This particular acceleration will be in meter per second square. Okay, so 60 minus 80 will be minus 20 by 5 upon 5 by 18. 5 से 5 cancel. 2 tens are, 2 nines are. I will get the answer minus 10 by 9. Answer will be in meter per second square. Acceleration is meter per minus 10 by 9 meter per second square. Also you can convert this by multiplying it with 5 by 18 and you will get the answer, but this will be the shorter version. If you have tried the question by yourself, I hope you have written the given things and what you need to find out, what is the meaning or language of the question, and what is the formula that you will use. If you remember, then whenever there is a constant acceleration, we can use the equations of motion. Now if we see the question, we have given a constant acceleration of 0.1 meter per second square. To make calculation easier, I will do some changes. Instead of 0.1, I will write 1 by 10. Isn't it? SI unit of time is second. So 2 multiplied by 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. So 2 minutes is equals to 2 into 60. I will get 120 seconds. We need to calculate the final velocity and the distance or displacement, whatever you can say. How I will calculate the final velocity? If you remember, first equation of motion, V is equals to U plus at. But if we have all these physical quantities present, only then I can calculate the final velocity. Is U there? Yes, we have given. A acceleration is also given in the question. T is also given. Okay, so we can easily use this formula. And the acceleration is also constant, so we can apply the equation of first equation of motion. So U is 0, acceleration is 1 by 10, and time is in 120. So we will get a velocity 0 0 cancel 12 meter per second. Now to calculate the distance S, if you remember, we have a formula, that is S is equals to ut plus half at square. Again, the initial velocity is 0, so I will put 0. What is time? 120 seconds plus 1 by 2, acceleration 1 by 10, and again time is 120 and its square means 120 again. 0 plus 1 by 2 into 0 0 cancel, we will get 120 into 12, 2 6 are 2 60s are 120, 12 6 are 72, we will get 720 meter is your distance. As you can see in the question, whenever you will throw a stone upwards, few things you have to keep in mind. You have to think about the direction of velocity and acceleration. Only then you will be able to find the sign of the acceleration, or what will be the sign of acceleration. That will be determined by the directions. Another thing is, whenever you will throw a stone upward, okay, we have given the initial velocity, which is 5 meter per second. Now the particular velocity, initial velocity is 5 meter per second towards vertically, you can say upward, but there is a gravitational force. Because of that, acceleration due to gravity will be towards the ground, which is vertically downward. So acceleration will be vertically downward and its value is 9.8, or you can say 10 meter per second square. But as the directions are opposite, you must have seen my one-shot video. I mentioned there that whenever the directions of velocity and acceleration are opposite, we will take the direction of acceleration as negative. So I have to put a negative sign here. Now what we have to find out? The maximum height. कि भाई जब आप थ्रो करोगे स्टोन को तो मैक्सिमम कितनी हाइट तक जाएगा? Another thing is time it will take to reach that maximum height. time taken by the stone to reach the maximum height. How we will find out? As you can see, the acceleration is minus 10 meter per second square, and which is we take as constant. Whenever the acceleration is constant, three equation of motion will be opened. And what are those three equations? You know. Okay. So the question is, which equation I will use? As you can see, the three equations are v is equals to u plus at, s is equals to ut plus half at square, and 2s is equals to v square minus u square. What do you think? Which will be the preferred equation in this case? To find maximum height, or you can say to find the time, which equation we can use? The logic is, whenever the object will reach a maximum height, you know that after reaching a maximum height, it will come back. So whenever you take a U-turn, or whenever the particular object or stone changes the direction, it will have a velocity 0. ऊपर पहुंचेगा तो velocity एक टाइम के लिए क्या होगी? इंस्टेंट के लिए 0. Then it will change the direction. So we can say that at maximum height, its final velocity will be 0. That is not directly given in the question. You have to use your logic. कि भाई जब मैक्सिमम हाइट फाइंड करनी है, तब मैक्सिमम कौन सी हाइट तक जाएगा? जब उसकी वेलोसिटी क्या होगी? 0. तभी वो नीचे आएगा वापस. So to calculate maximum height, we have to put the velocity, final velocity as 0. Okay, so basically to get h max, or if the final velocity is given, initial velocity is given, and acceleration given. Final velocity, initial velocity, and acceleration. I will easily get the time. If I will use the first equation. So v is equals to u plus at. V is 0, final velocity, initial velocity is 5, acceleration is minus 10, and we have to calculate the time. Okay, 5 minus 10t is equals to 0. I can take 10t minus 10t this side, it will become plus 10t. So time will be 5 by 10, or you can say 1 by 2. Unit will be second. You can also write 0.5 if you want, but I will use this so that my calculation will be easier. So we have calculate the time. Now how will I calculate the maximum height? What do you think? Basically maximum height is nothing but the distance. That distance we will calculate by this formula of s. So s is equals to ut plus half at square. S, that particular s is nothing but the maximum height only in this case. Every time they won't ask you to find the distance or displacement. You have to use some logic. Basically the h max will be the distance only. Okay. So initial velocity is 5. Time we have calculated 1 by 2 plus half. Acceleration is minus 10, and the time is again 1 by 2 square. So 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. Clear? That is 5 by 2 plus 2 5s are. So I will get minus 5 upon 2 2s are 4. 5 by 2 minus 5 by 4. What I will get? If I will put 5 common, I will get 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4. If you will take the LCM, 4 minus 2 by 4, that will be 4 minus 2 by 4. Okay, you can also take the LCM like this. Minus 1 by 4. What I will get? 5 into 1 by 4. I will get a answer in ratio, that is 5 by 4. So the maximum height is 5 by 4 meter, or that will be 1 point something. Clear? So that is your answer. As you can see in the question, the diameter is 200 meter. So the radius will be, okay, how will you calculate the radius? Radius is nothing but half of the diameter, which will be 200 by 2. The radius will become 100 meter. So radius is 100. if you start from, that is the center, if you start from here. Now as it says, we have to calculate the distance and displacement after time 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Basically we will convert this time totally into second. 2 minutes will be converted into second, so we have to multiply it with 60, as 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds, plus 20. What I will get? 6 to the 120 plus 20, 140 seconds. So 140 सेकंड के बाद where will be the object, we have to find first. As it says in the question that for completing one rotation it is taking how much time? 40 seconds. So 40 seconds में the object will be here again, but where will it be after 140 seconds? We have to calculate the position or the number of rotation. I will take it as n. Multiply, cross multiply, what I will get? 1 into 140 n into 40. Put n subject, you will get 140 by 40, 0 0 cancel, 4 to the 8, 4 3 are 12, 13 14 will be 20 by 4, 4 5 are. So total 3.5 rotation after 140 seconds. How many rotations will be completed? 3.5. So if you have started from here, एक rotation, second and third, and then half. Object is now here somewhere. This is the initial point, this is the final point. We have to calculate the distance. How I will calculate the distance? As it has completed 3 complete rotation and 1 half rotation. So what I will do? We know that the actual circumference will be the path of that object. So circumference is 2 pi r, and that is circumference he travelled for 3 times. So 2 pi r into 3 plus half rotation. The half of the circumference will be 2 pi r by 2. That will be pi r only. This particular distance will nothing but the half of the circumference. So 2 pi r by 2, which will be nothing but pi r only. So I just have to put the values and I can get the answer. But I will put the values at the end. 3 to the 6. 6 pi r plus pi r. What I will get? 7 pi r. If you don't understand this step, either you can directly put the values of pi and r and you can also get the answer. But this will be the simpler way. 7. What is the value of pi? 22 by 7. Radius we have given. We have calculated as 100 meter. Okay, 7 7 cancel. 22 into 100. You will get 2200 and meter. That is your distance. You have to find displacement also. As you can see, the initial point is here, and after completing 3 rounds, 3.5 rounds, the object will be here somewhere. 1, 2, 3 complete, and then half. Basically, what is the shortest distance between this point and this point? This point or this particular straight line which passes through the center, basically the diameter. If the object is exactly completing the half of the circle, half rotation, the distance between initial and final point, which will be nothing but the diameter of the circle, and which is given in the question 200 meter. So the displacement will be 200 meter. That is your answer. From A to B, the distance is 300 meter and the time it will take is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Then it comes back to a position C, covering the distance of 100 meter in time 1 minute. Now tell me, do I need to convert any of the physical quantity or unit into another SI unit? Yes. As you can see, distance is in meter, so time must be in second. Convert this time into second. 1 minute will be 60 seconds. And here 2 minutes 30 seconds, that will be 2 into 60, as in 1 minute there is 60 seconds, plus 30. seconds. 120 plus 30, total 150 seconds. Okay. We need to calculate the average speed and average velocity both when the object travels from A to B and then B to C. So let's start from A to B. What will be the average speed? Speed is nothing but the total distance upon total time. So when it travels from A to B, the total distance will be 300 meter only, and the time it will take is 2 minutes 30 seconds, which is 150 seconds. Okay, 0 cancel, 15 twos are 30. I will get 2. What will be the unit? Kilometer per hour or meter per second? As everything is meter and in second, we will get meter per second. Average speed from A to B is meter per second, and average velocity will be, what is average velocity? Displacement upon time. Displacement will be from A to B, again 300, and time it will take is 150, so I will get again 2 meter per second. Displacement and distance both are same as the object is moving in the straight line. Now from B to C, let's take a case, from A to C. So from A to C, we know that the object moves from A to B, then B to C. So what will be the average speed and displacement when it travels from A to C? Basically the whole journey we have to take into our consideration. Okay, so how I will calculate the average speed? You know that it is nothing but the total distance upon total time. What is the total distance from A to B? The distance is 300, and from B to C the distance is 100 meter, and the total time is, from here to here it will take 150 seconds, and from B to C it was taking 1 minute, which is 60 seconds. Just add up the things and you will get the average speed. So the average speed will be 300 plus 100, 400 divided by 210. So you will get an answer 1 point something. Okay, put it in the ratio form. 40 by 21. Answer will be in meter per second. If you want, you can convert into the decimal form also. Now another thing is to calculate average velocity. It will be distance between final point and initial point, that is displacement only. Displacement upon time. Here I will take total time. Okay, what is the displacement? Initial point is here, as the object starts, or we start our observation, and the object is here. Final point is here. Just calculate the distance between this initial and final point. That will be 300 minus 100. So this will be 200 meter. Displacement is 200, and total time will be, again in this case also, 150 plus 60. Total time will be 150 plus 60. Whenever we talk about displacement, you will take the shortest distance. Whenever we talk about the time, you will take the total time that object has taken to reach that point. We won't take the difference of time. We won't do like 150 minus 100. We will take the sum always. So what we will get? 200 upon 210. 0 cancel. We will get 20 by 21. Okay, meter per second. If you want, you can convert into decimal form. You will get answer in 0 point something. Okay. I hope you have tried solving the question by yourself. Okay. So as you can see, what is given in the question? In the forward journey, or in the initial case, the average speed was given 20 km per hour. and in the return trip the average speed was 30 km per hour. We have to calculate the average speed for the whole trip, or you can say for the whole journey. Now if you will take this, or if you will consider this as initial velocity, if you will consider this as final velocity, you think the formula is u plus v by v by 2, which will be incorrect, as no initial and final velocity is given in the question. We are given the average velocities. So now that is basically this is a very important question. You can put it as you can put a star also. I'll tell you how we will solve this question. Let's see, as from point this starting point to this point, okay, average speed from this point to this point was 20 km per hour, and in the returning journey it was 30 km per hour. Basically the distance is same. As you can see, whatever the distance it is, it will be same. The distance between these 2 points is same. If it is 10 meter in the forward trip, in the return trip also it will be 10 meter. If I will take x meter, return trip will be also x meter. Okay. So we know that. Okay, let's talk about the forward trip. Or you can say the first case 1. In case 1, speed is 20, average speed is 20, we can take it as S1, 20 km per hour, and we don't know about time. So speed is equals to distance upon time. Instead of speed we can write 20, the distance we have taken as x, time as t1. Now if you put time as subject, I will get x by 20. Similarly, in case 2, if you see in the returning journey, we can also again use the formula of average speed distance by time. S2 is equals to d2 by t2, and the speed is given is 30. Again distance will be same, which we have taken as x. You can take whatever the variable you want. Again put t2 subject, you will get x by 30. Now you will think that there are 2 variables. So how will you solve it? Let's see. To calculate the average speed for the whole trip, we have a formula of total distance upon total time. Tell me, what will be the total distance? X forward trip in the case 1, and again x. So x plus x, okay, as the distance is same in both the cases. What is t1 and t2 then? Okay, we have calculated the t1 as in terms of x by 20. Again t2 is x by 30. What I will do, I will add up this x plus x will be 2x, and here in the denominator I will have to take the LCM. 30x plus 20x by 600. So 2x upon 30 plus 20, I will get 50x, and this 300 will be multiplied to the numerator, as if you know, and x is cancelled. So that is why we don't need to find the value of x, as it will be cancelled out. Okay. So the average speed will be 0 0 cancel, pi 1s are, pi 2s are, that's 12 pi is 60, 12 2s are 24, unit is meter per second. So as you can see, if you will calculate it this way, you will get average speed 24 meter per second. First average speed was 20 km in first journey. In the return trip it was 30 km per hour, and you are getting an average speed 24 meter per second and not 25 meter per second, because we have to take the distance into the consideration. Ball was dropped and clearly it is written a free fall. That is called as free fall. No air resistance, only the gravitational acceleration, no external force. There is only a single force, that is gravitational acceleration. So the acceleration due to gravity will be around 10 meter per second square, and also that is given in the question, and which is constant, that we know. Also we know that the height was about 20 meter from the ground, and that height will become your s, displacement, or you can say distance, whatever it is, if you remember the last question. we have to calculate the final velocity and the time. Final velocity means just before collision, what will be its velocity? Just before touching the ground, what will be the velocity of that ball? As it is given, acceleration is constant. We will use, or we can use, the three equations of motion. But the question arises, which equation I will use? You might get confused. To remove or to reduce your confusion, think about in which equation, if you will compare the given data, then most of the data or most of the physical quantities are given, or you have the values. Basically, if you use this formula, v square minus u square is equals to 2as. Do I have final velocity? Okay, we have to calculate final velocity. Initial velocity, yes, I have. 2 is constant, acceleration is given, s also given. If I use this formula, only a single quantity is unknown, and that I need to find out. If I will put the value of other quantities, I will get the value of v. Okay. So v square as it is, as I need to find out, u square, 0 square will be 0 only. 2, acceleration is 10. As you can see here, the velocity is in this direction, acceleration also is this direction. So we will take the acceleration as positive, as both are in same direction. So we don't need to put the minus sign. And the displacement, which is nothing but the height here in this case, 20. So v square is nothing but 10 to the 20 into 20, that will be 20 square. Okay, I am not writing 400 because we know that we have to calculate the velocity, not the square of velocity. If velocity square is 20 square, velocity will be 20 and the unit will be meter per second, as everything is in meter or in second. That's how we have calculated the velocity. Now you can use any of the formula. You can use, okay, to calculate the time, we will use v is equals to u plus at. V is 20, u 0, acceleration 10, and time we need to find out. Time 10t is equals to 20 of f. We will write like this only, 10t is equals to 20, 0, 0 cancel. Also you can write, if you are getting confused, then I will write step by step. 20 by 10 will be your t, 0, 0 cancel, we will get time as 2 seconds. Okay. Now, what happens if I will use the another formula? That is the third equation, that is the first equation. If I will go with the second equation, that is s is equals to ut plus half at square. S, that is the height given as 20, u is 0, t, value of t we need to calculate, plus half, acceleration 10 and t square. Let's see, 20, 0, t is a 0, plus 10 by 2, 5, t square. 5 will be in division, t square this side, 5 4s are, I get a value, t square is equals to 4. Basically I can write 4 as 2 square, as 2 to the 4. Also you know that the square root of 4 is 2. So time is again 2 seconds. Okay, in both the cases you will get the time as 2 seconds. Okay, these are the questions we have solved in the minimum time possible. I hope you have watched the whole complete video, you have liked the video. So keep watching.
Physics works.